It was amazing. It was
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple more that look really good. What's about native angels is the title.
Native
That's what I.
angels. Yeah. I loved your
Yes.
intro too, because it had to do with natives,
Yeah. Yeah.
native tribes, So I was in church, and while I was sitting there in church this week, I could hear drums. I could hear, and it was just like a lot of drums. We were just surrounded, and it wasn't just the church that we were surrounded by these drums, but it was like the around just the whole atmosphere everywhere. It was like it was
Hmm.
around the world, these
Really?
drums. And it was a cadence. It was just such a deep, deep drumming beat, such a deep drumming. I was looking around to see if anyone else could hear the drums. And I thought, this is such a drum beat that it would even make white people dance, And so I was looking,
Now that's a beat right there.
and that's a beat right there to get us to dance. And and no one else seemed to hear the drums, but I could hear the drums. I could hear this cadence. And as I was looking, I could see it was like a jungle that I could see in the spirit, and I could see like this jungle, and all of a sudden these
Hmm.
native angels started coming out of this jungle, and it was a drum beat that is calling the native angels. And these angels, they were wild haired, they were big, they were raw looking, they looked like native angels, just kind of just a real no nonsense, very fierce, very
Hmm.
intentional kind of a look. And the Holy Spirit was saying, these native angels are being called. This drum beat is
Hmm.
a call to these native angels. They are being called to go and to rescue those that have been captured and return them to their original design, which speaks of creative miracles. And he said they are being called, these native, right now. I mean, right now, this, I can hear the drums even right now. I can hear the
Really? Really?
drums. Yeah, I can hear them. It's just like there is a drum beat. And I don't know who, if other people can hear, I'm sure that I'm not the only one that can hear them. I know if there's other people that can hear this
Yeah, I
drum,
can hear
this
my
cadence.
mind's thoughts, but it's not like I'm not hearing it. Hearing it, I can, to me, it's going do 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 do. That's what it sounds like to me. But I'm not hearing it like you're
Right,
hearing it. Yeah,
right. Yeah, well,
yeah.
you're probably hearing it with your spiritual ears. You're probably hearing what I'm
Hmm.
hearing. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause-
Okay.
yeah, but it's just a real, when the drums beat, that has a sound, and it just has a certain sound to it. And the Holy Spirit was saying that they are being called to rescue, and I could just see like a circle of angels, and they're coming out of the jungles, so to speak, to rescue those that have been held captive, taken captive by a transgender, sexual perverted enemy.
Oh wow.
It's an
Wow.
enemy. And he said the people will be restored to their original design. He said
Wow.
that's why the native angels are being called to restore people to their native or their original design. And so there's these angels, they are coming to rescue people that have been taken captive by the enemy, by this transgender, sexual
Hmm.
perverted enemy, and they are coming in to rescue them. And I
That's
feel like that
amazing.
there's creative miracles. There's creative miracles, and they're going to be restored.
Well, in other words, some of them have had surgeries that they no longer have the parts that they had anymore, and you're
Right.
saying that's the creative miracle you're talking about.
That's the creative miracle. And it reminded me of the pinstripe waterfall. When God calls you a pinstripe waterfall, you are a pinstripe waterfall.
That's good. That's really
When
good.
God calls you to be a man or a woman, you are a man or a woman, and
That's
He can
good.
restore what the enemy has stolen from you. He will restore you back to a man or a woman, because what He is called, He is. That's what He is called.
That's such good
That's what He's
news.
called you to be.
Such good news.